Most people see Kim Kardashian as a celebrity, but behind closed doors, something far more powerful is happening. A single meeting she had in Washington set off a chain reaction that no one expected. Leaders listened, laws shifted, and the world began asking one question. How did a woman with no political office gain this kind of influence? Kardashian's political involvement began in 2017 when she saw a video on Twitter about Alice Marie Johnson. Johnson was serving life without parole for a first-time nonviolent drug offense. She was convicted in 1996 on 8 criminal counts related to a Memphis cocaine trafficking operation. Johnson spent 21 years in federal prison at FedEx Aliceville in Alabama. President Barack Obama pardoned 231 individuals with similar drug charges in December 2016, but Johnson was not included despite meeting all criteria. Kardashian called her Los Angeles attorney Sean Hawley in November 2017 to discuss helping Johnson. Hawley represented high-profile clients including O.J. Simpson, Michael Jackson, and Lindsay Lohan. Kardashian then contacted Ivanka Trump requesting a meeting with President Donald Trump. Kardashian recalled telling Ivanka Trump that she knew she had compassion for women like Johnson. Ivanka Trump connected Kardashian with her husband Jared Kushner, who took interest in the case. Kardashian met with Trump at the White House on May 30th, 2018. The meeting lasted approximately 30 minutes. Trump tweeted a photograph showing Kardashian standing next to his desk in the Oval Office with the caption stating they discussed prison reform and sentencing. Washington Post reported that Trump told aides he was strongly considering pardoning Johnson after the Kardashian meeting. White House Chief of Staff John Kelly and White House counsel Donald McGahn resisted the pardon, according to administration officials. Kelly reviewed Johnson's background and remained unconvinced she deserved pardon. McGahn argued against it as unnecessary action. Trump commuted Johnson's sentence on June 6, 2018, 1 week after meeting Kardashian. Trump called Kardashian to inform her of the decision. Kardashian stated Trump told her he had the papers in front of him and was signing them. Kardashian then called Johnson in prison to deliver the news. Both women cried on the phone for approximately 3 minutes. Johnson told NPR that Kardashian's involvement was one of the biggest blessings of her life. Trump granted Johnson full pardon on August 28, 2020. Johnson told the ACLU she felt she and Kardashian had a heart connection. The Johnson case opened doors for Kardashian's broader criminal justice reform work. She partnered with Cut 50, a bipartisan organization founded by CNN commentator Van Jones and attorney Jessica Jackson Sloan. Kushner contacted Cut 50 in January 2018 for assistance with prison reform legislation. The House of Representatives passed the First Step Act in May 2018, but it failed to gain Senate support. The bill was reworked to include sentencing reform provisions. Kardashian joined over 50 celebrities, signing a letter to congressional leaders in November 2018 urging passage of the First Step Act. The celebrities lobbied Congress to pass the bill before December recess. Trump endorsed the legislation after initially expressing skepticism. Kushner arranged meetings with Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, and Van Jones to convince Trump to support the bill. CNN reported Trump feared a Willie Horton moment that could damage his 2020 campaign if released prisoners committed crimes. Jones and Kardashian reminded Trump about Alice Johnson during Oval Office meeting. Kardashian told CNN they explained to Trump that he had Alice now, and Alice was his legacy. She stated Johnson really opened up his heart and eyes. The Senate passed the First Step Act on December 18, 2018, by a vote of 87 to 12. Trump signed the legislation into law, marking the biggest bipartisan victory of his presidency. The First Step Act allows thousands of federal inmates to leave prison earlier than original sentences. Inmates earn credits through good behavior and participation in rehabilitation programs. Within the first year of enactment, more than 3,000 federal prisoners were released based on good time credits calculation changes. More than 2,000 inmates benefited from retroactive application of the Fair Sentencing Act of 2010. Nearly 350 people received elderly home confinement approval, and over 100 received compassionate release sentence reductions. Kardashian funded legal representation for additional clemency cases through the Decarceration Collective. Attorney Angel Cody stated in May 2019 that Kardashian had been instrumental in funding legal fees for vital attorney representation and transportation for newly freed prisoners. Cody confirmed Kardashian supported 17 prisoners' release and ongoing decarceration in 90 days. Kardashian funded lawyers working on Cut 50 and other initiatives implementing First Step Act provisions. Alice Johnson recommended 3 women to Kardashian whose sentences were commuted by Trump. The women were Judith Negron, Crystal Munoz, and Tynes Nicole Hall. Negron received 35 years for conspiracy to commit healthcare fraud, the longest sentence ever given to a female for white-collar crime. The 3 women visited the White House in February 2020 with Johnson and Kardashian. Trump pardoned boxer Jack Johnson posthumously in 2018 after actor Sylvester Stallone brought the case to his attention, demonstrating Trump's responsiveness to celebrity advocacy. Kardashian attended White House East Room event in June 2019, where Trump announced Second Chance Employment Initiative. She delivered remarks about criminal justice reform journey and promoted rideshare services program for former prisoners seeking employment. Kardashian appeared at the event alongside Attorney General William Barr and several former inmates who started businesses after incarceration. Kardashian began studying law in 2018 through California Law Office Study Program. 4 states, including California, Vermont, Virginia, and Washington, allow students to apprentice with practicing lawyers instead of attending law school. The program required minimum 18 hours weekly study over 4 years. Kardashian registered with California State Bar, completing apprenticeship supervised by licensed California attorneys. She attempted California first-year law students examination, known as the Baby Bar, 4 times. The exam includes 4 essay questions and 100 multiple-choice questions covering contracts, criminal law, and torts. Kardashian needed score of 560 to pass. She received 474 on first attempt. Kardashian posted on Instagram in December 2021 announcing she passed the exam on 4th attempt after failing 3 times over 2 years. She stated weekends were spent away from her children reading and studying. Kardashian worked all day, put children to bed, and spent nights studying. She changed her phone number, disconnecting from everyone to commit to following her dream. In May 2025, Kardashian graduated from her law study program after 6 years. Attorney Jessica Jackson spoke at backyard graduation ceremony praising Kardashian's dedication. Kardashian became eligible to sit for California General Bar exam. She attempted the bar in summer 2025, but did not pass. Kardashian posted on Instagram stories stating she was not a lawyer yet, but remained committed to becoming one. Kardashian met with Vice President Kamala Harris at the White House on April 25, 2024, to discuss pardons issued by President Joe Biden. Biden pardoned 11 people and commuted sentences of 5 others convicted of nonviolent drug offenses on April 24, 2024. The roundtable included 4 pardoned individuals who discussed their criminal justice system experiences. Harris thanked Kardashian for using her platform to lift up importance of second chances. Harris announced finalization of new rule removing most Small Business Administration loan restrictions based on criminal records. Critics argue Kardashian lacks qualifications for policy influence. Some characterize her activism as performative or privileged. Attorney Jessica Jackson told media outlets that Kardashian actually wanted to understand strategy, content, and needed reforms rather than just high-level talking points. Kardashian addressed criticism in 2020 Fox News interview, stating she spent significant time away from family and children. She noted attending law school required 18 hours weekly from her children. Kardashian stated there were more cost-effective and time-effective publicity stunts than law school, which she described as torture. Kardashian's social media reach exceeds 300 million followers across platforms. Single Instagram posts generate media exposure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, according to industry analysis. She uses television appearances, interviews, and her podcast The System to discuss criminal justice issues. Kardashian visits prisons nationwide, meeting with inmates. She visited Julius Jones in Oklahoma prison approximately 1 year before Governor Kevin Stitt granted him clemency in 2021, commuting his death sentence to life without parole. Trump appointed Alice Johnson as pardon czar in February 2025, creating first ever position. Johnson recommends prisoners for clemency, identifying candidates who have been victims of lawfare. Johnson stated she has brought many pardon cases before Trump since her release continuing work she started. Johnson's appointment demonstrates lasting impact of Kardashian's 2018 White House meeting that freed Johnson and launched criminal justice reform initiatives.